I was muted for all of that. I might restart this because I don't like how where the camera's at. It might be blocking the screen. Give me a second. Actually, I don't mind the camera. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Basically, as you can read the title, I'm going to be talking about hedging the screen. Let's look at. There's my record, 42 and 0, 30 and 0. Let's go to 2KU so we can talk about it first. Oh, actually, I don't know that I can. So, for those of you who may not know, in 2KU, I think there's a bug when you change your playbook and your settings. It may it may cause the game to crash when you get into a game. So because of that, I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to fuck with that. So I'm gonna go straight into play now. Um, but as we'll see, hedging a screen is when you is when the screen defender, the big man, comes up and tries to stop the guard from turning the corner. I'll talk more as we get through it, but I also got to mute the opponent because I don't want to be disrespectful. And I'm also going to bring up the stream. Okay, let me mute this. Mic check, mic check. Okay, hopefully I don't lose, and I can keep this overall record going. Because if I lose, then I end up feeling a little disappointed in myself. Also going to be running with the 99 Spurs because that's the best team available. I feel like the best matchup available for me. And then also it helps that I have two bigs. So whenever one of them hedges, the other one comes over, rotates. They may be able to switch that, but we'll see. I'll show the settings in a second. Actually, by the way, so it just occurred to me, if you're trying to leaderboard grind, you can see like a lot. I feel like a lot of times people are still on the freshman level. Honestly, it's a good amount of varsity. Like this person here, I know this person is on freshman level. I know I stayed on freshman. I feel like it low key is a little bit better to move up a tier because or two because then you start playing against people who actually like are trying to win as a or who, people who are trying to ladder and not necessarily people who are trying to smash like rookies. You might get better RNG. Okay. Same two step backs. Makes me a little worried he might be good. I'm not going to choose who my best defender is going to guard because I don't know who he's going to prefer to use the ball with. With Zach LaVine and Mar DeRozan, I feel like he might have a certain preference since they're both around the same. Once he shows who he prefers to play with, then I'll switch my better defender onto that guy. Right now, I don't really know. I do want to put my worst defender. 66 win percentage, that's pretty good.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Now here's DeRozan.
He's already playing with DeRozan.
Misses from short range.
All right, so for the hedge setting, this is the whole point. Now I usually do smother, gap. Here's the main one you need: under screen, and then for this one it's going to be hard hedge, and then don't stay attached. I'll kind of explain it if I get to those points. For those interested, I'm running Jazz, Flow, 43 motion, and Princeton Chin. All right.
Fantastic defense.
Not really focused too much on offense. I'm gonna just be chilling here.
Pass to Robinson.
All right, mouse him out.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them.
So here comes the screen.
Take
Well,
those.
might be wrong. Yeah, here comes the hedge defender is supposed to come up and kind of help.
Now here's
a little bit
Valanciunas.
Stronger. He did
Here's
not.
LaVine for three.
Here comes the screen. Now look at what
Shot clock
Robinson
at 6.
does. He comes up to kind of
Pulls
cut him
up
off a
on the
little bit
wing.
while I go
Jump
into
shot
the
is good that
screen.
time.
Didn't come up much,
Look,
which is
LaVine
fine.
could always score, but
But,
it's clear to see that his shooting
I'll show you what I can do in a little
increased
bit.
every year he's been in the league.
Anyways,
Here's Duncan.
I'll go into a little more
That's
detail
person.
whenever I go to the 2KU.
Robinson in the post. Second
Sorry,
shot
little fella.
opportunity. That one falls.
Okay.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
All right, come on, bring the screen over. So here it comes. So here comes Duncan to kind of hedge a little bit, and I'm
LaVine
going to stay
surveys
on
the
this
D.
side because I'm not worried about him going to the other side.
Cleared away by Person.
That's just a bucket. You
Not
expect
the
him
most
to make
beautiful
it.
thing,
It's
but all I'm
tough
going to
when
do
you
is just
miss
post up because I don't really care.
Pass to
too
Del
much.
Negro.
Hockey.
To the middle.
Oh,
Here's
good.
Duncan.
Yeah, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
That one is off.
It's blocking the score, isn't it?
On
I should've
offense,
seen
here
the
is San
PSI.
Antonio. To the inside. And the whistle
Sacramento
blows.
foul.
It's going to be on Keegan Murray.
Murray.
That's his first
First
foul of the
personal
game.
foul. First team foul.
Here's Del Negro. Inside.
Now that's how you block the rim. Give him the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so here's the hedge. I'm going to come up here. And then you got to be in a help
Right side,
position with
LaVine.
the opposite big player.
Monk for three. They grab their own miss. Pass to LaVine.
I'm glad that we're actually
Another
going against
shot.
somebody who
Here's
sets
Valanciunas.
pick and rolls, because this would
And here's
would,
DeRozan. Clock at
be a
2.
waste.
LaVine.
All right, same thing.
And another miss by Sacramento.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's
2
Del
minutes.
Negro.
Like sometimes when I
covers.
post up too much, I feel like they just get bored of since they can't stop
Here's
it.
Duncan. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
I feel bad a little bit.
And right away,
The
he's
Kings
going
with
to
a
work
timeout.
on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
A really good start for him overall. He's already having a big impact on this game.
Timeout called. The Kings.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Some changes for Sacramento.
There's a lot of things for me to cover as far as hedging,
Kings trail by 6.
but a little bit at a time. I gotta be in it. So here comes the screen. Here comes Duncan up to
Quarter
help.
of action, just
And what
under
I'm
3.5
doing is I'm
minutes
waiting
played.
for him. I'm trying to anticipate that pass.
And it's out of bounds.
So
to
when
Sacramento.
Duncan comes up, they usually think that I'm trying to switch there. So what they try to do is try to exploit the switch and try and get the other guy to post up on me.
1:36 left to play in the
All right,
first
sure,
quarter.
second.
Pass to Crowder.
Switch back.
6
Yep.
on the shot clock.
He
Here's
got,
Carter.
there you go.
Yeah, a really rough opening quarter for them in terms of shooting.
Misses, and the dry spell continues. Here's Robinson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
He posted
First
up.
personal foul.
I don't mind that. I
Second
mean, they
team
met
foul.
him at the rim, and
Their first free throw.
I don't know that I can.
He does not get the second one.
So 9-2 right now. Okay. So
107 left to play in the first. Boy, they
So
need
here comes the
something
screen.
to
He's
go
gonna come
to
up and try
regain
and
some
help.
confidence.
no question, way too many empty possessions
that
for
gets
them.
rid of him trying to reject the screen because I'm not
Just
gonna.
gotta love watching a big
not gonna
man
take the
hustle
bait.
on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
I shouldn't have do that.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well,
What,
that might be
11-2?
why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Arabia,
Kings foul.
still without a
Jake
look.
That's unfair.
And they call an illegal
First
screen
personal
here.
foul.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Hedging like that helps when it comes to pick
Timeout
and pop.
called. The Kings.
There's just a lot
I'll
of
look at all
wide
of
open
this.
lanes at the rim.
Whenever
Yeah, we
whenever
can
I'm done.
see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Now here's Robinson. He has 7. Pass to Duncan. Over Murray. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's DeRozan. They can't stop the run with that one.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
What's the score here?
And so
13-2.
the San Antonio Spurs,
13.
they lead by 11 as
Score
the quarter
13-2.
comes to a
Unfortunately, I
close.
put the camera on the wrong
Their
side. but
defensive
Score
efforts have
13-2.
paid
So
off.
far, it's going pretty good. I think the guy had something like a 60% win percentage, which is not too bad.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking
13-2.
Spurs team out
The
there.
lowest I've kept somebody to
It's
is
simple. The main
20.
takeaway from the first
So,
quarter is they're winning
not a-
this game with defense.
making it
definitely
as
on pace
difficult as
for-
possible for
for
the
my best
offense to
friend.
find clean looks. Great stuff.
Here's Duncan.
Tim Duncan
And
with
that
the
one is
dunk.
hammered home.
I would be so disappointed if I was
It's so
him.
sick, the vertical
Okay.
ability.
So here comes the
That
pitch.
was flat out
So, he's
awesome.
gonna, so
He
Duncan's
has
going
that
to come up. I'm
effortless
rejecting
knack
it
for getting
because
to the hoop.
or I'm playing on my
And
side because I'm
let's
not
swing
worried
it over
about
to the
him
sideline and hear from
getting
Allie.
strong side.
Hey Brian, one nickname you hear for
Switch back,
DeMar
switch back.
DeRozan is the lone
There you go.
mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space.
Oh, he got
Pick
me.
teams apart.
All right,
Brian.
I'm good.
He's an expert
still
tactician
only scored
working
2
in
points,
between. Thanks, Allie.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Drops in
Oh
the
my
layup
God,
for 2.
bro. Duncan's got 8.
Duncan's got
Robinson's
4
got
points in the
9.
quarter.
They have no answer
Oh,
defensively
he almost
inside.
stepped out. Okay. Come on, bring that pick around.
Here's Levine. Drives to the hoop. Outside Murray. Back to Levine. Here's DeRozan.
Good defense. Oh my
Plenty of
god.
contact on that shot.
Tim
Officials
Duncan.
call the foul, and he'll
All
take
right,
two free
score
throws.
right now is
Running a shooter
I put the
of
camera on the wrong
JV
side. The score is something
line
like
for the
15 to
Make them
3.
pay for that
21
mistake in the
to
line.
Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
Person,
Come
no
on, get
good.
in.
Kings trail by 13.
So he's got 4. He trails by 13. So that means he's what is that?
Here's
17
Ellis.
to 4.
No made baskets yet. Pass to LaRavia.
Here comes the screen. Robinson comes up. I'm trying to intercept the pass.
Uses the glass
Oh
on the
my
layup.
gosh, what a good
It
play.
doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
To the left side wing. Here's Duncan.
Tim Duncan
Rips him
with
the
the
dunk
dunk.
off the
That's so
time with
sweet.
pump fake.
Like honestly.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's
The
a stat.
Kings with a timeout.
It tells the story of how well you are
The
playing.
loudest and craziest fans get a free
Timeout
t-shirt.
call. The Kings.
19 to 6.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so
Here
they
comes
can
the screen.
hopefully start
I'm not
getting
worried
some
about
shots
him
to fall.
rejecting it since I
Here's
got Duncan on that
Levine.
side.
And that
Ball
one
is
goes
turned
out of
over.
bounds. Last touch by
Sacramento
Robinson.
ball.
Again, my record to beat for the best defensive performance is 20 points in a game. So I'm trying to keep him to 5
And
points
we're
per
now a
quarter.
little over 2.5
Or
minutes into the
underneath 10
second.
by half. So there's Duncan,
5 to
Robinson.
shoot. Monk for 3.
Oh my God, fantastic defense.
Rebound by San Antonio.
And it's
I'm
amazing
trying to
their
keep him
slim
from scoring,
advantage on the
not
board
trying to
seems
score
a lot
myself. I know I'm gonna
larger
win.
than it is.
So I'm just gonna hold the ball a little bit.
Pass to Duncan. Shoots a
2
fadeaway.
minutes remaining in the first half. 2
Rebounded
minutes.
by Lyles. And Levine has got the ball here for the Kings. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. DeRozan down low. Levine with it.
He really trying to close me up.
DeRozan right side.
Oh my gosh, he almost got me in the foul.
And another miss by
Big into a
Sacramento.
foul.
And that's just an off-balance, low percentage
shit.
shot, especially without room to
Come on,
operate.
Duncan, get up, get in there, bro.
Here's Duncan. He's got 10. Murray brings the double. Down low. And he slams it in one-handed.
From Tim Duncan.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point.
He ain't winning this matchup.
Here's Lyles. No points yet. It's Monk on the wing.
Here comes the screen. I'm not worried about the reject. Since
And
I got
here's
Robinson
Levine.
on that side. There we go,
Cleared
good
away by
defense.
Person.
He might quit just because of the score. Because of the score.
Here's Del Negro. Pass to Person. To the paint.
Oh, good defense.
Here's Duncan. Hits the jump hook.
Tim Duncan.
Duncan's got 8 points in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Robinson comes over, and then I'm
Monkey's
looking
open.
to make sure that he doesn't get off that
Another
pass.
miss. They
That's the main thing.
desperately need a
Whenever I go
bucket.
underneath that screen, I'm just
And they're
trying to
+5 on the boards after that
to
rebound.
make him pull up his dribble and not make that pass. Here comes
Down low.
Robinson.
Here's Robinson. Oh, and he
King's
took a hard foul on the shot.
Keegan
So
Murray.
he'll head to the line to shoot a
Second
pair.
personal
It's
foul.
on Keegan Murray.
First team
And
foul.
he'll take his third and fourth free throws of
At
the
the
night.
line for two.
And Sacramento with some
David
changes.
Robinson.
And that trip
It's
coming
so
up
annoying
empty,
that I put that
missing
on the wrong
both.
side.
Good if it goes. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer.
I need to keep him
Second goal
below
target.
10 points to get my
And
personal
so,
best.
San Antonio
Right now, he's on pace for
Spurs
12
looking
points
in
in the
total
whole game.
control with this 17-point advantage.
17 points by halftime. Oh, 10%.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
I
San
want him to
Antonio
not
leading
quit. That's
by
the main
17.
issue. I want to win by keeping him to less than
Here's Duncan.
20. I don't want to.
Murray brings the double. A nice shot by Duncan.
I don't want to. I don't want him to quit because
Got
if he
14
quits, then,
points for the game.
then
They've
I don't
been
know what
very
would've happened.
well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their
Come on,
game
call it
plan
quit.
perfectly.
Here's Levine.
Zach
And
Levine.
Levine throws it down.
One of the best dunkers of this era. Levine loves to put on a show.
let me hold on to the ball a little bit.
Pass to Duncan. Levine comes with the double team. Here's Person. 6 to shoot.
Ah,
Levine with a steal.
I try to force that shit.
Second half of basketball,
Honestly, that
just
may be
over a
for the
minute
best
played
because
so far.
He
And it's going to be a goaltending call
Goaltending
here,
call.
so they
The
will
basket
count
will
the
count.
bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little
And
late.
the foul.
He thought he got there, but
Zach
the refs
Levine.
saw it otherwise.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Just solid from the line. Levine shoots a high volume and a high percentage from the free throw line. That is the combination you want.
Robinson with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Pass to Duncan. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's
Get out the
Negro.
freaking way, bro!
And rebounded by Zach Levine.
He almost got it too.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
Murray with it.
I got it. See, that's what I'm trying to do right there. I go under and I try to get him to try and make that
Again, the
pass.
miss by the
And
Kings.
you gotta time it really well, but
I think the defense will
I think,
live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
I think that's what you gotta be shooting for.
Pass to Del Negro. And Valanciunas over to help. Here's Del Negro. Back to Robinson. For 3. Kept alive.
Okay, nice. Got 14 seconds on the clock again.
Goes back up. Knocks it loose.
That's okay.
Stolen by Valanciunas.
Want him to have some confidence.
He's not the
Oh my
biggest
gosh,
guy, but
he's
it's
taking
the
it to the
explosiveness,
basket.
the athleticism
First
of the
personal
game
foul.
that makes him so
Second
difficult to
team
handle
foul.
on that interior.
Sacramento
Shooting for the
shooting
Kings.
their 4th and 5th
Zach
shots at the
Levine.
foul line in this game.
I
Both
think
free
he might
throws
be
good
on
from
pace for 20
Levine.
points.
Just
I
over
really
two
want
and
to
a
try and
half
keep
minutes
this
going
up.
by in the second half. Here's Del Negro. No points so far. Pass to Person. They still need this.
Sacramento
So it'll
foul.
be 2 free throws. He was
Keon
fouled in the
Ellis.
act of shooting.
First
The
personal
officials
foul.
were right on top
First
of that.
team foul.
First trip to the free throw line
At the
for him
line
in this
for
one.
San Antonio.
And Sacramento making a change here. Kings trail by 14. Here's Ellis. Crowder right
2 minutes
side
remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
to the inside. On the wing, Crowder. Clock at 6. Right side, Carter. And so
Oh,
he
why
draws the
would you
foul.
foul there?
Sean Elliott.
No
First
debate
personal
there.
foul.
He got hammered.
Third team foul.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free
Shooting for
throw attempts
Sacramento.
tonight. And so Carter nails them both. San Antonio leading by 12. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, "I'm not going to jump with
Up
anybody
by
at the rim
14.
and block them." This is another form
Sacramento
of rim
calls
protection.
timeout.
And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
Sacramento.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively.
He's got 14.
Something that needs to change.
By
and
the end of
change
3
soon.
quarters, he should
And
be below
Coach
15
called
for
his
me to be on
timeout
pace
to
for my
try
20
and
point
reset things
record.
on offense.
My
Shake
PR.
them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Okay, good contest, good contest. Yes, let's go.
That one a little long.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to Duncan. DeRozan brings a double. Here's Del Negro. And out of bounds, the Kings will take it.
I was
The ball
trying to
goes
go.
to Sacramento.
I was trying to go middle.
And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Since halftime, they've only allowed
Almost had
5
that.
points. Pass to Valanciunas.
Damn it!
Dunk by
Jonas Valanciunas.
He got
Valanciunas.
16. He's on pace for over
I
20.
mean, with his height and size,
Damn it.
stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option
He's had
sometimes.
a really good quarter.
What a jam.
Here's Duncan. He's got 16. Inside. Oh, and he got
Kings
fouled
foul.
on his way up. He'll
Jonas
head to the line
Valanciunas.
to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
That's on Jonas
Second team
Valanciunas.
foul.
San Antonio shooting their
At the
7th and
line,
8th
yours
attempts at the
first.
foul line tonight.
David Robinson.
And both free throws good for Robinson. Kings trail by 14. Pass to Murray.
Oh
Launches
my
it.
gosh, no. Fuck, yes, let's
Elliott
go, let's
clears
go, let's go.
away.
Alright, we're going to keep him to
I think
16.
he's gone completely dry.
Kings foul.
Fucking hell, man. I didn't want that. I wanted the game close. I was literally... Alright, so let's just go to 2KU. I'm going to get off soon. So let's go to 2KU and kind of look a little closely at what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. For those of you who stuck around or who are watching this later, I think this is going to be the main point, the main opportunity for us to learn. We saw a little bit of the practical applications, yeah, but this is going to be the main to learn. All right. So we played a game, saw a little bit of the application. Now we're gonna come over here, do the same thing. Smother, gap, under, hard hedge, and then do not stay attached. And then, since I have control of this team as well, I'm gonna take a look to see what it should look like. Here comes the pick. All right. So let's do a little analysis. All right. Now, I'm going to be looking at this image for a good amount of time because there's a lot of stuff for me to say. If you ignore the people that are in the back, all 6 of them, the 3 off-ball defenders, as well as the other Lakers players, If you focus on just these two people here, you have a few different options that you can do if you're trying to just contain it within a 2v2 matchup. The first thing that you can do is you can just switch it. So the guard takes the big, and then the big takes the guard. That's a very easy way to neutralize the screen. However, then what most people will do is they'll have two mismatches. You have a big matched up against your smaller player in the post, or you have a guard matched up against a big, and depending on which one the opponent is better at exploiting, it may not be the best decision. You also have a little bit of it turns it into a different kind of chess match, because now they have to get into their two on the ball. You have to get into your two on the ball defense, and then they have to be able to attack two on the ball. I don't know that y'all want me to elaborate on that, but basically it turns it into an entirely different game. Okay, so obviously with switches you're conceding mismatches, but switching is definitely an option that you can do. Even when I do the hard hedge defensive scheme, I still can hold X and choose to switch, so it's still a possibility. Next thing I can do is I can user control the big and actually force him to play off, which is against the scheme. And then now the guard, the point guard, is going to try and fight over the screen, and he's basically on an island by himself. It's 2v1 because you're not really helping. You're containing, you're backing up, and you're going to play the drive, and it's leaving this defender forced to fight over the screen and contest a three. It works. It's not elegant, but it works. But if you have a good opponent that can shoot three off of a pick without help, then it's not an option. Okay, the last, I think that's the main two things, but the last thing that you can do is you can have him come up and hedge. Now, if they're going to run a pick and pop, so say this guy is going to pop to the 3-point line over here. So now if they're going to run a pick and pop, as the ball carrier comes off the screen, he can impede the ball carrier and still doesn't have that far to get to recover over here to the 3-point line. Now, if he was staying back over here, now he has a farther distance to go. So it puts him in a big bind. So those are the options that you can do when you just focus on a 2-on-2 situation. However, once you start getting the other defenders involved, then it gives you a little bit of opportunities. What you can do is you can have the big playing off back here, and then you can have the defender that's in the gap stunt this way, and then now whoever's in the post is going to rotate out that way, and then this guy, since he's already back, he can rotate in this way to take over that spot. So that's one option once you get other players involved. The next and last option, and this is the option that I tend to do the most, is to hedge. So the screen defender, in this case Duncan, is going to come up and is going to try and force the ball handler from using the screen. He's going to keep him on this side, ideally, or slow him down enough that he can't get going downhill. So that's the first intention. So there's already a lot of issues. If this guy slips the screen, then now you have both of these guys up here guarding the ball handler, and then he slips to the basket, so then he's able to get into the paint. That's the reason why you need to have a few different options. So this defender here will ideally come over, guard the person rolling to the basket, and then at this point, that's when Duncan can return back and take the matchup of the other big. But the most important thing here is that let me see. The most important matchup is actually this player that I'm user controlling. So what I do in this situation, and you can watch the footage, you'll see in the game that I just played that I was able to get a steal like this. What you have to do is go underneath the screen, and you're trying to slow down his ability to roll to the basket. Not only do you slow it down, but you also want to stand in the passing lane. The only pass that you should be able to allow him to concede is the lob. So you want to stay right in his line of sight whenever the screener is rolling. Okay. All right. So you want to go underneath the screen and impede him, and you want to stay kind of in his line of sight. The only pass that he should be able to get is when he lobs it over the top. If he lobs it over the top, then what that does is that forces the rest of the defenders, or gives the rest of the defenders time to recover. Now, can you always intercept the pass? No, not really. But you can do a good job of getting him to stop his dribble and to hesitate. So if we try this again, let's see if I can do this. All right, that should be good. So that's a little bit of the way that I want to play it. What happens when you run this hard hedge defense, as I'm describing, is as the big comes up, the ball handler, who almost never sees this defense before, they immediately think that this is a switch, because we have on do not stay attached. Then this defender here is actually, he's not going to stay attached to his man. He's going to stretch out a lot more, which gives the ball handler here the illusion that what he's trying to do is switch. Now, what most people do, as I mentioned earlier, is they try and attack the switch. Specifically, they want to post up the big against a smaller player. So what will happen is he'll pick up his dribble here, and then as he picks up his dribble, my job is to just not allow him an easy pass. He's expecting us to switch, so he's waiting to get the ball through. Whenever he realizes that the guy drops back, it's already too late, and at that point I've already recovered. That's how the defense is supposed to work. Now, sometimes what good players are able to do is they're able to hold a little bit, and while I'm trying to slow this guy down and not allow him to get in there, at some point this big has got to return to his man. So right when these two players are switching, that's when a good player will pull up right here for three. But there are multiple options that I go about trying to solve that when that does become an issue, and it doesn't always become an issue. Also, as we saw in the gameplay earlier, typically if you're fighting through this screen, you want to get a little bit of a head start so you can get your engagement into him a little bit early, but then he can reject the screen and then come this way. Because you're not worried about that, because he's coming this way and you're playing towards the basket, you actually don't end up giving up too many drives whenever they reject the screen. So that is a very good inherited advantage. All right, so let's talk about it. What happens when he dribbles middle, waits for the defenders to switch back, and then pulls up right there whenever they're switching back to their responsibilities? Right here. What happens when he pulls up right here? How do we stop it? So the first option, and I think one of the easiest, is as this pick and roll is coming, what you want to do is get him to pick up his dribble a lot sooner. So what I'll do, especially if this guy is right here in this position here. So what I'll do is I'll stunt and then recover over here on this side, and what that does is that forces him to pick up his dribble right now. So I put an extra person on the ball and recover back, and then he's going to want to make a decision, and when he makes a decision, it prevents this guy from what is the word, from burying the on-ball defender into the paint, because right there he's taking me into the paint, and I'm trying to slow him down, and I still need to recover. That's where that stress is coming from. However, if I have a person in the gap here, and he stunts and recovers, then that forces the ball carrier to stop right now. He stops, and that shortens the distance that he has to recover. So now he can jump back, and now I can get back up here and guard on the ball. The last option, and my favorite option, is so the issue right here is when both players are up, now he can roll. So yes, this guy can go underneath. Yes, he can show and then recover. But that quick screen and roll, or that slip to the basket, is a little bit of a threat still. I may not be able to intercept the pass, and he still may be able to get through. So the option is, and second option is, that this big player here zones up between the two bigs here. If if it was just a regular coverage here, so say he was staying back, if it was a regular coverage and the ball carrier is coming around, he may be able to take his time and allow this guy to roll to the basket. Because the big is showing, what he wants to do is make a quick pass. If you make a quick pass, then you can user control the big and show, and that prevents him from making a quick pass. He hesitates, and then you're able to recover. Now, the next issue is, and for this I need to show a different freelance, something that with a little bit more spacing. So let's say I'm here. All right. All right, this is as good as it's gonna look. So let's see. Let's take a look at this. So here we go. We got some better spacing, right? Now, I can, because of this person at the wing, I can stunt here. That's something I can do. If this guy was going to fade, I can also try and help a little bit here. It's another thing I can do. But what happens with this really good spacing is he comes over. If this guy does not do a good enough job intercepting this pass here, then he has all this room to rotate into the paint. So what I need to do is take the other off-ball big player, and if the big player is here, then you switch, because you always want to make sure your big man is in the low position. So you'll switch as whenever you see the alignment. I would, if Duncan was here, I'd hold X, get him to switch. Now I'm in a position to help. So as soon as I see that pick, now I can come in and rotate, and this showing here is going to get him to kind of pull up his dribble a little bit. All I need to do is hold to prevent that pass and give enough time for this guy to rotate back up. Now, the next option for him to do is for him to focus on where he sees the username. Right here you can see there's Comrade Lupe right there. But if he sees me user controlling over here, then what he's going to do is he's going to wait for me to rotate over, and he's going to already anticipate the pass to the guy in the corner. This is if you're playing against somebody who is an experienced player. You know, he knows what he's doing. So as I come through, I'm going to, as soon as the pick comes up, I'm going to switch over to this player here. I'm going to get into a position to rotate. He's going to already start looking at me. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to switch, but this time I'm going to switch as I'm rotating. So my player is going to come guard here. Technically, I would be responsible for here, but I'm going to be rotating this way. So he's going to see me rotating. So this guy is going to fall back to the corner on the pass. So as I'm coming this way, he comes over to the corner to guard this guy. The pass goes to the corner because he's focusing on me. So then once the pass goes to the corner, then I can rotate back and guard the wing. Now, and this has happened. What happens if he goes for the pick, he sees that he's hedging, he knows he can slip, he knows that I know that, he knows that I'm going to rotate over, I know that he's going to try and pass to the corner, so I switch. So this guy comes over here, so he knows that I'm going to do that. So what happens whenever this guy starts going to the corner and he starts watching him and making the pass to this guy on the near side wing, which would be a simple pass here. All right, two things that you can do. First one is you can start playing the mind games of whether or not you're going to switch here, and that does help. But the last thing is, remember this on-ball guy, who I'm playing with two controllers right now. He's going to be trying to recover to his man. So if he bails out, goes to the corner, that on-ball player would already be in a reasonable position to kind of cover a little bit here. But now we're talking about something that has a lot of moving pieces on, and I feel like we've already gone a little bit too far. I don't feel comfortable starting a game because I feel like it's going to crash if I do start a game. But what I can do is I can go to play now, or sorry, quick game. I don't mind if the game crashes here because it's not at least my record's not going to be jeopardized. So I'm going to try and just run some in game.
Bracket
and
Busters
see if I
Festival
can,
is on
if I can
now
show what it
in
looks
my
like against the
team.
computer. And the
It's
computer
like a
is usually
party.
better.
Until
So
the end of the
I think
season,
that means a
after
lot.
every win in
You
My
can
Team
show the
modes,
defense
you'll
work
earn
even
event
against the
cards that
computer.
you can take to the exchange for more than 25 exclusive player
After
cards
we
to
get a couple
bust up
examples,
and
then
advance your
I
lineup.
will
One of these special
review
limited
those,
time rewards.
and then we'll end the stream there.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome.
All right, so smother, gap, under, hard hedge, and then do not stay attached. Jazz flow, 43 motion, and Princeton. Those are the ones that I've
Sports
been
fans,
playing.
thanks for joining us. It's the NBA.
All right, let's see if we can use this hard hedge defense against the
I'm
computer,
Kevin
who
Harlan
doesn't really
alongside
make
Richard
bad
Jefferson
passes.
and Greg Anthony, and with us from the
Computer-
sidelines tonight,
If
David Aldridge.
people are open, they
We've
make
got
the good
the
pass.
Los Angeles Lakers taking
So
on the
let's
San Antonio Spurs. And now the Lakers
No
starting
screen.
group. Grant is out there with Fox. Then it's Fisher. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Bryant in at shooting guard. And good that
Kobe
time.
Bryant. Such body control from Bryant, able to take some hits there on the way up.
And the pass to Robinson. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Grant. O'Neal passes to Fisher.
Switch back. Here comes the screen. There's the hedge. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I do not know what happened there. So here was the hedge, and then he kind of bails on him a little
Rebound
bit.
by the Spurs.
All right. Let's see. All right.
About a minute played so
We
far
played a
here in the
game
first.
with hard hedge. Kept the guy to 16 points,
Fisher
and then he
against
quit
Johnson
in the
to
third.
the middle. Here's
And
Robinson.
then we went
And
to
contact
2K.
on the shot,
Talked
so
a
he'll
little
be
bit about
shooting
hard
free throws
hedge,
here.
what that's
First
like,
personal
and
foul.
then now we're going to try and play against the computer
And surgical.
and
Right.
get some
Forces you
clips
in
of
as the defender.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game.
and
Free throw good.
if we can do it
Robinson.
against the computer, we can do it against anybody because the computer usually doesn't miss passes. Speaking of which, Hall of Fame. Okay. All right,
Robinson
we're good.
hits them
Yeah,
both.
computer doesn't miss
Yeah,
passes.
and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a
So let's
chiseled,
see if we can do
powerful
this.
center, a remarkable leader.
Now here's Shaq. Right side, Bryant.
Oh my God! No.
Robinson with the block. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Del Negro against Fisher. Here's Robinson. Tried to bank it in, but he
That was
misses.
ugly. Why does it keep
And it's
putting
Fisher in the
my
corner.
point guard against fucking Shaq?
Los Angeles with another miss.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
Johnson outside.
Is it the coach settings? What is going on?
Five to shoot. To the wing on the left. Kobe with the
I don't know
steal.
what's going on with the freelance.
Fisher looking
Okay,
it
come
over.
on, come set the pick. Come set the pick.
Fires from the line. And Kobe the bucket with the assist from Derek Fisher.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Duncan against Grant. Here's Del Negro. That one rolling around and rims out.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
So it's the Spurs now after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. Pass to Del Negro. That's tipped. Stolen by Grant.
Duncan was open too.
Fisher with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
Come on, here comes the
Fox
pick.
dishes to
Come
Fisher.
on.
That shot misses. Good D by Johnson. San Antonio trailing here. Duncan left side. Releases from 15. That one good for 2. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Set a pick. Come on.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside, Fox.
The pass.
That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
3 points.
Oh, and the long-range shooting ability of Fox, the D has to be cognizant of it.
Del Negro against Kobe. Elliott passes to Del Negro. Stolen by Grant.
I didn't think I'd double tap that.
Kobe attacking.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh my
And
God, that's
two
straight
free
up
throws
and
come from
down.
officials on the call with the foul.
David Robinson.
Straight up and
Personal
down.
foul.
Watching Kobe
First team foul.
slash mode to the rim.
Shooting
Plays
for the Lakers.
with force.
Kobe Bryant.
Knows how to get to
Taking
the
2
strike.
shots.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Madsen, he's checked in for Shaq. Ori comes
Maybe
in
with Shaq
for
not out
Grant.
there, they won't
George
try
is
and,
checked in for Fox.
and
Shaw
just keep
subbed in
post.
for Derek Fisher. Now, here's Johnson. Still without a basket. Duncan, the pass to Elliott. A rebound by the Lakers. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter.
Come on, set a pick, please.
Here's George, and it's George
Devin
finishing it off.
George.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Here is Elliott. Here's Del Negro. Duncan, the pass to Del Negro. And there it is for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Come on, set a pick.
Passes
Set a
it to
pick.
Shaw.
Set a pick. Here it comes.
Robinson with the block.
And
Not the
clearing
most
the deck,
elegant,
the
but
Admiral, his length and reach.
let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. So, this is what we're talking about when we say hard hedge. So Duncan, who's very late to get there, if I change the setting from off-ball gap to smother or something else like that, he'd get there a little quicker. But he's going to show and try and get the ball carrier to stop his dribble and to try and pass it to this guy coming here. That's the point when you rotate around with this guy over here. Trying to guard that
Reaction time,
that
so impressive.
cut did not do as good of a job as
Johnson
I
gets
would
to
like.
Duncan.
Come on, I can post him up. Come on.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Drops in the layup for 2. And so Bryant will bring it up for L.A. 3-point lead. Rebound San Antonio. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Admiral working his magic inside.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Come on, here comes the pick. Here comes the pick. Come on, set a pick, man.
Here is Shaw. Still yet to score.
Here we go.
4 seconds left. Robinson with the block.
See, I don't know what kind of hedge is that. That's just so bad. Maybe because he was standing here for a while. He was just standing right next to him. So by the time he set the screen, it was already too late. Maybe if I would have gone to the inside and forced it outside. Not too sure.
And off the front iron,
Kobe
and
Bryant.
in it goes. A good close contest so far. As we finish the first quarter.
Your Spurs,
Lakers
10
lead by 3.
The Lakers.
And don't go
13.
away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
So with Bryant sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. We've got Ori. Harper is out there with Lou. Then it's Fox, and it's Madsen in at center. And the Lakers with possession here after David Robinson's miss.
Comes the pick. Gonna go under.
Outside
Stop pass.
Harper, driving in. And the bucket is
Spurs
good.
foul.
3-point play chance
Vinny
here.
Duncan.
Played it really well, though. Played it really well. All right, so let's take a look at it. So here comes the pick. This is exactly how I would want to play it. As soon as this guy comes up, I'm going to go underneath, and it's going to be like a split-second switch. He's supposed to, once I recover, he's supposed to get back to his man, and he does not. And he fires from behind, even though I'm in a perfect
I
position.
enjoy watching Harper as he fends off the contact. Awesome at just finding the cracks in the defense and exploiting.
One shot.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble,
About as good
using
as I can
good
play it.
pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in
such
the
a
open
good,
floor. The defense
play.
at the heart of that. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body to take a shot.
Horace Grant is checked in for Ori.
Now into the lineup for the Lakers.
And so
Horace
it's San
Grant.
Antonio with it. 6-point game. There's the pass to Duncan. To the inside. Stolen by O'Neal.
I'm trying to force it in on that swing.
Here's Harper. Duncan with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Lou. That 3 off the mark. Fox against Elliott. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Duncan. No good there. Some solid defense from Grant. Lakers leading by 6.
Okay, come on, set a pick.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Lou.
Here comes the pick.
From 18 feet away. Rebound San Antonio.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey,
Sorry,
it
Hedge.
happens sometimes.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Del Negro.
Come on, Duncan.
He's
Come get it.
guarded by Harper. Del Negro the pass to Duncan.
Lakers foul.
The Spurs shooting their
Horace
third and
Grant.
fourth free throw attempts of the
Second
game.
personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw drops for Duncan. Los Angeles making a switch here. Fisher's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And the layup to get
Derek
off
Fisher.
the glass.
Assist
Fisher's
from
got the lead up to
Rick
7 now
Fox.
for Los Angeles. So it's the Spurs now. Duncan kicks to Johnson. Inside. Here's Robinson. San Antonio again missing. Lakers leading by 7. Passes to Lou. With the floater. Robinson with the block.
I don't want to talk about it.
Fox against Johnson. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Major league throwdown.
Gets a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Come on, set a pick.
Here's Lou. Scoreless thus far. The pass to Fisher. Left side, Grant. 6 to shoot. David Rob.
Okay, a lot of stuff to talk about there. A lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, So clearly they're running a play. Typically when the computer runs a play, it follows it up with a pick and roll whenever the play is over. So you can see that there's an off-ball screen here. After the off-ball screen, there's almost always another pick and roll. Now, so okay, right here when in this position, what I'm trying to do is force it to my help defense. You can see right here that he kind of comes over a little bit. Now, typically, what happens is if I'm a little bit beat, what I try to do is slip behind his back and then switch over to the corner, and then this player will guard up on my man, do a little bit of a mini switch. But here comes the pick. Pick is coming from the inside. Now, as I'm trying to go under, I'm also going to try and slow him down and try and intercept the pass whenever he goes to pass it back. Miss the pass. Now that means that I basically am conceding that matchup. We're going to rotate and recover. However, as I immediately noticed, my player had the icon looking to guard over here. His had the icon to guard over here. Sometimes when they do this, especially if they engage like that, sometimes what will happen is it'll force the defense to switch. So on this pass here, I was holding X, trying to get him to continue to recover here, so that way I can bail off here. Even though the matchups were changed, I'm paying attention to that. I'm trying to get him to change back. But had I came under here, he's getting engaged by this guy here, so he's going to try and pass it. If I was not slightly off here, I would have been able to get the pass. But I'm trying to force him to not make that pass easily, so that way he can get back and recover, and I can get back and recover over
with
here.
the rebound. Robinson's
but
got
overall,
his fourth rebound in this one.
Good possession.
Johnson kicks to Robinson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Duncan misses.
Okay, come on. Is that another pick? Come on, let me see it.
Fox against Elliott. Outside, Fisher.
Here comes the pick.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Come on, let me play.
Now into the lineup for the Lakers.
Sit for the rest of the
Devin
half.
George.
George is checked in for
Brian
the Lakers.
Shaw.
Shaw comes in for Lou. Here's Del Negro. Duncan, the pass to Del Negro. Goes back up. The rebound by Grant. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got
2 minutes remaining in the first
precision
half.
to
2
alter
minutes.
that shot.
Johnson dishes to Duncan.
Los Angeles foul call.
The Spurs have been
Devin
successful
George.
on 3 of their 4
First
free throw
personal
attempts up to
foul.
this point. And he
Second
can't get
team
the
foul.
first one.
And just
At
a
the
much
line for
better
two.
job
Tim
of attacking
Duncan.
and getting to the line here in the
I
second
just want
quarter.
one more
Didn't have
clip.
a single attempt in the first.
Here's what the Lakers are going with
Come
right
on,
now.
set a pick. Set a pick.
Madsen, he's checked in for O'Neal. Ori comes in for Grant.
Kobe Bryant.
is subbed in for Fisher.
You see the number of moves Kobe has, more than capable of creating for himself with that hand.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Madsen. George
What
passes to
difficulty,
Bryant.
sir? Is it Hall of Fame
And
difficulty,
George
sir?
kicks to Bryant.
Hall of Fame.
They grab their own miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he
Yeah,
is
it's
that
Hall of
open.
But the
Pass to
point here
Robinson. Here is Elliott.
is just trying
Now
to get
Duncan.
him to
Ori defending.
trying to see if he
Duncan,
can make
the
that
pass to
same
Elliott.
the
Back to
pass that
Duncan.
a lot of opponents can't make.
It's tipped, and he gets it back.
I'm trying to get him to run some pick and roll.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And
Kobe
yes, it's
Bryant.
good.
We're not really trying
Why
to
they're
win
winning?
here.
It's because of his play offensively.
Spurs trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Just
Well,
want
we've
him to
seen
run the
that
pick and roll
city
so we
a
can
few times,
continue
haven't
talking
we?
about
An
this.
easy bucket in the paint.
Here is Shaw. Still scoreless.
on,
Bryant outside.
Center pick.
26 seconds left here in the second. Shoots from 12.
Beautiful. Perfectly done. All right, this is what we wanted. We'll probably cut it off here. So obviously, as I said, the AI is on Hall of Fame. If there was an open pass, he's going to make the pass. He's not going to miss somebody who's wide open. No. He's not going to miss somebody who's a little bit open sometimes. So as he comes up to go on the screen, beautifully done hard hedge right here. So Duncan comes over because we're on do not stay attached. He's going to leave his man a little bit and to contest this shot here. Typically what happens is once the ball handler picks up his dribble, if he doesn't shoot, this guy's going to return back to his man. At that point, then I will be able to get back to my man. What I'm going to do, so as I go underneath the screen and I'm trying to recover back to my man, I'm going to try and also stay in a position where I prevent him from making that easy pass back to his back to the bigs matchup, to Ori. So I'm staying in the passing lane, and I'm waiting for the big to return back to his man so we can switch back. And then if he shoots, the big contests. If he does not shoot, then we end up switching back. That's perfectly executed.
San Antonio with the rebound.
So let's go ahead and end it here. Now, I did run a game at the beginning of the stream, and I think that I got some pretty good results. I ended up getting a steal exactly the way I was explaining. I held him to 16 points within the game. But let me see. We talked about it in 2KU. We went to play to quick play as well. I might have to do another video talking about hard hedge as well. But the reason why I don't want to go back to play now is because there's a glitch where anytime you adjust your plays, or at least for me, and I go to play now, it automatically crashes the game after like the first like 20 or 30 seconds. So I'm not gonna play now. I did play one, but if I might stream it again and do it again. But let's just go look at it one last time. One last time. You know, maybe I didn't think about this earlier, but let's see. If you change the opponent's settings, does that remain when you switch back? Freelances are Jazz, Flow, 4-3 Motion, and Princeton. Alright, so here's the tell. I'm going to set a pick. Nope. Nope. That's not a hard hedge. Because if it was hard hedge, he would not go over. And then he would not be sitting back here. Let's try it with Robinson. See if it's any better. So he goes over, and then the big stays in the paint. So, nope, it's not hard hedge. Can talk about it either way. Alright, so on hard hedge, if we haven't gotten this point across yet, the big comes up, tries to force the ball carrier to hold his dribble. On-ball defender goes underneath, tries to force him to hold the pass and not pass it immediately, and gives the big enough time to recover. One last thing that I wanted to mention is that when you're playing the on-ball person, you can manipulate a little bit about where the pick is set, and you can take advantage of that. Sometimes what I'll do is, as the pick is coming, I might step further back. and as the pick gets there, then I'll jump forward, and that allows me to go over the screen unimpeded. Or I may do the opposite. I might get closer, closer, closer. As the screen gets there, now I'm able to back up, and now I can guard underneath the screen without having to go below the 3-point line. Okay. Everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching.